Of the 6 finalists, some are smaller companies who've created a niche for themselves in markets dominated by huge multinationals.
Others are those multinationals themselves. And the innovations are wide-ranging too. Glass production, jet engine technology, agriculture.
So let's take a closer look, and to introduce them, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales.
Traditionally, some of Britain's most innovative ideas have come from our universities and colleges, but marketing them here has sometimes proved very difficult. So it is a credit to the first finalists, Aromascan, that they have succeeded not only in inventing something as unusual as an electronic nose, but that they turned this laboratory research project into a worldwide business.
The smell is fabulous, but it's almost impossible to describe. Cheddar, distinctly mature, and I'd say New Zealand. Well, this is clearly mayonnaise. Nothing wrong with this at all. Do for a mild English cheddar sandwich, I suppose. Rancid. It's obvious that my nose isn't up to the job. Which is where this thing comes in, because it's a surrogate electronic nose. The human nose is a much simpler organ than, say, the eyes or ears. But smelling, trapping, and recognizing chemicals that make up a smell has proven very hard to mimic electronically. But Dr. Krishna Prasad, a biochemist at UMIST in Manchester, had a whiff of inspiration.
My dream was to try and create a new sensing system for detection of smells. And we came across a paper published by the United States Naval Research Department who were developing radar shielding for the stealth bomber.
The stealth bomber and artificial noses? Well, one of the materials they tried coating the plane with was a special electrically conducting polymer. But the high-tech polymer had a snag. It changed its conductivity in the presence of strong-smelling vapors.
Now, to them it was a big disadvantage, but to me, it spelled a new sensor.
Dr. Prasad spent the next decade building up a family of biochemicals based on the stealth polymer. Each polymer reacted to different types of smell. He realized he had the makings of an artificial nose. When the university got wind of his research, they formed a company and brought in some hard-nosed businessmen to make a marketable machine. At its heart is this electronic chip coated with the precious polymers. The rest of the box is taken up with hardware to help it to recognize certain smells. Now, this machine has been reared on coffee, so let's see if it's become a connoisseur. Put that in there. And yes, that's good. Now, if we try the other batch, give it a go. No, it doesn't like that. This one is stale. But why replace human judgment with yet another electronic device? After all, food companies have employed tasters for years. But an electronic nose never gets runny, and its response is never dulled by constant repetition. So I've come to one of Aromascan's first customers. Now, don't be fooled. This is no pub. This is a brewing research center. And in case you're wondering, you can smell the way a beer tastes. The vapors floating above a pint tell a lot about what's in it. So alongside its normal panel, this brewery has one of the machines spot check its ale, just in case human frailties fail to sniff out a flaw. There are lots of other potential customers waiting for Aromascan out there. The perfume industry is the obvious one. Perhaps less obviously, there's an American car company that's very interested to see if the leather in their luxury cars smells suitably luxurious. And the other thing that can happen now is that you can take a historic record of a smell. So in 50 years' time, if I say to my grandchildren, oh, beer doesn't taste like it used to, you know, they can take out a picture of the smell and say, yes, it does, exactly as it used to.